Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan. Well, I came to the realization yesterday that Christmas is upon us. It's gonna be lonely this Christmas. Oh, guys, flipping it. Christmas. I've got my visa run to do this month, and now I'm realizing that Christmas is not that far away, and it's going to be a stressful month, but if I can get through this month, I think I will have a very good year next year and my situation will hopefully get a lot better. Now, I spoke to a subscriber who I really want to thank. He spent 3.5 hours on the phone to me. It was a very interesting conversation and he went through all the ins and outs of my visa option. He was a Thailand elite holder like me. He has a son like me. So his situation was very similar to mine. So he gave me some good advice on what to do. And hopefully today I'm going to ring around various different visa companies and try and find the best price to sort out this non-O visa. And hopefully very soon, I'm hoping that by at least next week, I can go and do this visa run to Cambodia so I can get a normal visa and I'm off this Thailand elite visa then. And then I can apply for this non-O visa and then I can just chill out and concentrate on work and concentrate on Christmas. My son's getting a little bit older now, so I definitely need to buy him some kind of play centre for outside because he's sleeping a lot less and less now and he's all over the place, so things are getting a little bit hectic. So today we've got a story to share with you guys, and it's a situation that anybody could find themselves in. And I've heard so many stories about a similar situation. It was his first time for this guy and his friend to come to Southeast Asia. He ended up going to the Philippines. So I'm going to let you all know about his story right now. Hey Dan, this story occurred about 15 years ago. And even though it was the Philippines and not Thailand, the same could have occurred in Thailand. And it bloody does, guys. A friend and I decided to fly for the first time to Southeast Asia, specifically the Philippines, with our ultimate destination being Angeles City. I had heard of the place after Googling best places in the world for girls. Other than pictures, I knew almost nothing about the Philippines, and I was unaware of YouTube back then. I just knew there were plenty of exotic Asian women, and I was one horny guy on the loose. After a very long flight, we arrived in Manila and quickly checked into our hotel. After doing so, we spent our first night in Manila before heading out to Angeles City. We got into a cab and asked the driver to take us to a place with girls. He took us to probably the fanciest strip club in the city. I didn't know taxi drivers got kickbacks to certain places. Beautiful girls everywhere, but it was super expensive, even for us. And I just got a shoulder massage I could hold out for another day. The next early afternoon, we took a taxi from Manila to Angeles City, which was about an hour and a half. I definitely was wearing rose-coloured glasses because not only did Manila look vibrant and amazing, but so did the drive looking at rice fields and water buffaloes. It was amazing and exotic. We stayed in the most expensive hotel, separate rooms. Each room had a huge jacuzzi and was overly ornate. The den of lust was all set as we explored the area. Our first stop was a perimeter bar filled with beautiful women. The girls all seemed disinterested in me and were all over my grinning friend. I was in great shape. At the time, I had been hitting the gym daily, 7 days a week, and was ripped. So I was quite perturbed. The girls wanted nothing to do with me. My friend even bar-fined one, and I told him I'd meet up with him later. I left that bar and went to another, where a stunner escorted me to a seat. She was beautiful and very friendly. When I asked if I could bar fine her, she said she was a cherry girl and didn't bar fine. I couldn't believe it. So I asked if a very attractive dancer was available, and she said she'd ask her for me. She came back and said the girl didn't like me. Needless to say, I was very angry and left that bar. Later, I told my friend what had happened, and he laughed hysterically. Of course, I laughed as well. It was now evening, and we went to the biggest nightclub in the area. There must have been over 100 dancers, and I was throwing money around like water, buying girls drinks, their friends drinks, and food. I spent well over $200, but I did have fun and finally was able to get a girl. Woohoo! The following day, after exploring the city, I went to a different bar where again, none of the girls wanted nothing to do with me. I think a leper would have got more action than me. Finally, a beautiful smiling girl came over with a huge personality. Her name was Maria, not her real name. She told me she was the manager and that the girls were afraid of me because I didn't smile and looked very angry. She wanted to show them she could get me to smile. I learned then that in Southeast Asia, smiling is very important. We talked for a couple of hours and had an awesome time. I asked her if she could be bar fined, but she said no. I was flabbergasted again and left the bar quite angry. Looking back, this was all so funny to me. The next evening, we were out again, and I went by the bar again and saw Maria sitting outside. She waved at me, but I ignored her. She ran over to me and asked me why I was so angry, and I told her about all my strikeouts and that when she turned me down as well, I just had it. She explained that she doesn't usually get bar fined, but that she would stop by my hotel after work. I know this story is getting quite lengthy, so I'm going to cut to the chase. Maria came over and we spent the next 3 weeks together. Mostly after she was done with work or I'd stop by and hang out with her. My friend had also met a massage girl and we'd all go out together. The girl my friend chose would buy the most expensive things at a restaurant, leave most of it, have my friend pay for everything. She even told Maria that she should take me for everything I had as we are rich foreigners. Maria did not like her and never asked me for anything, except she once wanted a book for about $15. I had a blissful 2.5 weeks with Maria and would email her from time to time. On the other hand, my friend wanted to bring his girl back to the US. Thankfully, the US Immigration Services told him it was almost impossible to bring her over. A couple of months later, she said she was pregnant. And my friend was the father. My friend ceased all communication with her and basically said if he was the father, it was her problem now. I ended my friendship with him shortly after his callous behaviour from being told he was the father. I kept in touch with Maria after she moved back home to her province, even making another trip to visit her. But she had just started a new job at a restaurant and didn't want to lose her job. We parted as friends and I found out a year or so later she had married a foreigner and was pregnant. I did go back to the Philippines by myself a year later and found out my former friend's girl did have a baby, but the father was Korean. I learned a lot from my first trip to Southeast Asia. I'm also nice to the bar girls. I don't take anything personal, and my eyes are now wide open and very clear. If you use this story, Dad, please don't use my name. Thanks, and enjoy your channel as a daily morning ritual with my breakfast. Right, what a story, guys. What a story. The first time that you come over to Southeast Asia, you jump over to the Philippines, you're getting knocked back left, right and centre. And then that happens to his friend as well, you know, making out she's pregnant, which she was, but he wasn't the father, which has happened so many times. And I'm sure there's a lot of foreigners around Southeast Asia that are looking after children that are probably not even theirs. I mean, I'd advise, if your woman was a bar girl or a tricky girl, or you know she's got some kind of checkered past, that you get a DNA test, guys. Sometimes when I look at other people's children, like, feels bad saying this, guys, I just try and be honest. But when I look at other people's children, I think, nah, doesn't look a foreigner at all. Looks totally Thai. But anyway, yeah, crazy situation, guys. And the smiling part is pretty true. If you're sat there like, got muscles and stuff, and you're looking like Mr. Hardman, you're not smiling, you've got a bit of an angry looking face, then these girls over here are not really going to be interested in you, because they think they're going to have a very miserable time and you're quite a scary kind of guy. Right, as a closing statement, I just want to say thank you to the people that I've become a member of my channel. I've had quite a few new members on my channel, and every little bit helps, guys. So thank you very much for helping support my channel and supporting my journey. And as I've said previously, if you've been following my channel for quite a while, once I get over this visa stuff, I can get proper on track, and I can really concentrate on this channel. And I think by January, maybe February at the latest, I can get myself out of my little bamboo hut and I can start touring around and meeting other foreigners and interviewing them. The only problem that I'm facing is, like, the person who's just sent this story in now, they don't want their name to be mentioned. And I can't be doing interviews all over Thailand with blurred out faces. So I know there's been Irish Times, Pete, that did interview a lot of foreigners, but I know that there's a couple of foreigners that have been on his show, on his channel, that may have been telling a few porky pies. And I just don't want to present those type of people on my channel. I want to try and make sure that the stories are truthful, etc. So I'm hoping that I can get people that are willing to show the face and present their stories to you. Because if you hear it, excuse me, from their point of view, and you can see their face, their mannerisms, you know, you can really look at them and you can judge people, whether they're telling you the truth or not, whether they're being genuine or not. I just think it comes across a lot better, and a lot of these stories might be able to help out so many men around the world. So this has been Thai Talk with Dan. Enjoy your day, guys. I hope everybody's getting ready for Christmas. It's coming close now. I'm crapping myself, but hopefully we all get through it. Cheers for now, guys.